Awaken the Power of Faith. Sirshri's transformative work, Awaken the Power of Faith, inspires and enlightens its readers. This book explores the deep world of faith and spirituality, going beyond the bounds of traditional writing. This is the right book for you if you're looking for faith. According to Corrie ten Boom, faith sees the invisible, believes the unbelievable, and receives the impossible. Overview. To move forward with total faith in ourselves, we must awaken the faith force that every one of us possesses. You will discover how to activate this power in this synopsis. Today, we shall study spiritual guru Sirshri's book, Awaken the Power of Faith. Under the title Vishwas Niyam, this book is also accessible in Hindi. If you believe in yourself, how can you make that belief a reality? Sirshri addresses this in this book. Let's begin this book review with a tale, a narrative. One individual has a strong passion for traveling. He had always yearned to travel. As he walked in this manner, he thought that maybe he had seen the entire planet and that now he was just walking in the desert. After making up his mind, he arrived in a desert. After 2 or 3 days of wandering around in the desert, he had run out of food and water and was eager to leave. However, there was no route out of the desert because he had advanced so far. He had heard about the number of individuals who perished in the desert as a result of a scarcity of food and water. Even he had run out of water and food now. He became more anxious because he thought that maybe he would also be slain in this way. When he glanced around in such a scenario, he saw no animals or houses, and no human beings were wandering around. Everything around him was sand. Then, in the distance, he noticed a hand pump. Using the last of his energy, he ran to that hand pump and reached it. He began to use that hand pump, but after a while, the water did not come out, so he sat down in helplessness. However, his gaze suddenly landed on a nearby water bottle that was barely halfway full and had the words, "Drink as much water as you like after adding this water to that hand pump." For that individual, this was a really difficult position. He had a bottle with half water in it. Thus, he was in desperate need of water. He has 2 options. He either use a hand pump or drink the water. It is not less dangerous to pour water into a hand pump. Even if he pours water into the hand pump, it will not operate and he could die of thirst. If there is water from the hand pump, one can drink as much as they like. That man began to have a lot of questions. Without pouring the water, those who follow him will also have to deal with this difficulty and should not flow water. He pondered, how will people trust the assistance of others if I don't run it today by taking risks? Keeping this in mind, he filled his hand pump halfway with water and began operating it using the instructions on the bottle. The water arrived as a result of his diligent efforts. He filled his bottle and jug with water after drinking as much as he could. Lastly, you can trust this bottle after adding half water to the bottle. According to the author, faith already exists in all people. It just has to be reawakened. Faith is not something that is exclusive to one person or group of people. Rather, it is a quality that all people possess. What you have been told, heard, or accepted anywhere is what you consider to be your faith or belief. Our beliefs evolve throughout time as we gain additional knowledge. For instance, we used to believe that there was only one planet close to Earth, but as we studied more and conducted more research, we discovered that there are actually numerous planets beyond Earth. The truth. The next concept is the illusory reality, which is a reality that you have constructed in your mind. Illusory reality takes us away from the absolute truth because we think it to be the reality of what we wish to see. You might think of illusory reality as a lens through which the things your mind wishes to view enlarge and make other things appear less important. As a result, you can frequently watch your favorite life without realizing what's going on. You are unable to manage yourself when reality sets in. According to the author, most people avoid reality, which is why they are unhappy and unsuccessful. You should never flee from the truth. At least you ought to be aware of the reality. This false reality can occasionally turn out to be accurate as well. For example, we are aware that money is a vital instrument and that it is required for relationships and well-health. This is a fact that we will first believe. That is, we will have faith, which will get stronger over time and eventually become a belief as a result of experiences in real life that are connected to that faith. which will then unquestionably be acknowledged as the unvarnished truth. You will become wealthy if you adhere to this faith, construct an imaginary world in which you see yourself as affluent, and continue to put in a lot of effort. In this situation, both your belief and your illusory reality will be advantageous to you because they are both accurate. However, you can only make money by doing evil things in life, or no one will profit from doing good things if you have false beliefs. This is false faith. You will see what you want to see if you think it's true and build your own illusory reality on top of it. You'll begin to see how evil activities can lead to happiness and prosperity. Good deeds will go unnoticed while bad deeds will be more apparent. Faith. In our subconscious minds, beliefs form an image of ourselves that we refer to as I, such as I am the one who will succeed in life, or I am the one who will advance in life. You will succeed if you imagine by seeing the correct item. However, if you believe false things to keep your mind occupied, you may also fail, so it's critical to distinguish between true and false beliefs. According to the author, our beliefs have a great deal of power. What makes someone successful or unsuccessful, if somebody asks me? Between beliefs, there is only one distinction. A successful person becomes successful because he has faith in his ability to succeed. The reason an unsuccessful person is unsuccessful today is because he doubts that he will succeed. The author offers advice on how to form personal opinions. People you aspire to be like are people you see, read about, or hear about. You will be able to comprehend their perspective and align your own with it by doing this. You won't have to follow the advice of many others if you do this. If you solely follow those individuals and use the techniques you have learned, your beliefs will get stronger. Keep in mind that you should only follow those who have achieved those outcomes or are making progress toward achieving them, and no one can stop you from succeeding if your beliefs are solid, like those of successful individuals. Our parents, friends, neighbors, and the media have ingrained certain pointless ideas in us since we were young. As a result, we act similarly and experience the same outcomes. In life, most people never attempt to challenge such notions. They should never ask themselves why they have been told something. Does it serve us in the modern era? Children in middle-class households are typically taught from an early age that they are middle class and that they will never be wealthy, no matter how hard they work. In such a scenario, 90% of people sit there taking this as fact without employing their skills. However, 10% of people start to believe in ways to become wealthy and successful after removing this notion from their heads. You must examine your beliefs to determine whether they are appropriate for you and whether they contribute to your happiness and personal development if you want to lead a prosperous and contented life. Boundaries. It gets easier to swap out your limiting beliefs for constructive ones once you've recognized them all. By doing this, you can clear your head and come up with fresh plans for the future. Think in this way so that the next time a bad thought arises, you can quickly push it out of your mind and reassure yourself that you are moving forward with positive views and don't need any negative thoughts. The force that turns our beliefs into reality is faith. Something becomes a belief when you accept it without question. According to Jesus, if you have the idea, you will shatter a mountain and toss it into the sea without hesitation. Many people want assistance in comprehending the true significance of their faith. It's easy to do anything if you believe in yourself. More than half of the uncertainties vanish on their own when one has a strong faith. You are able to reach your greatest potential. For instance, you can invest your money in two different areas. Funding half of the funds in both areas, investing more in one area and less in another, or investing the funds in just one area are the first three options. In the same vein, our faith is a strength. It is up to you whether you choose to believe in things that boost positive energy or negative energy. Putting money into positive energy makes you happier and more powerful. Putting money into bad energy will make you unhappy and less advanced. Trust in items that boost positive energy because of this. Understanding the belief function is required for this. Feelings are just as important as beliefs. Just as the emotions are, so are the behaviors. The outcomes are as good as the step. And the faith that grows is just as important as the outcomes. You will feel as though you thought for yourself as you believe. You will feel good if you think positively. Just as the emotions are, so are the behaviors. Positive emotions motivate us to act, whereas negative thoughts lead us to act negatively. In this sense, our emotions greatly influence our actions. The outcome is as good as the activity. By engaging in appropriate activities, such as regular exercise, you may develop your muscles and stay active all day. And the faith grows as our outcome does. This indicates that when taking action yields favorable outcomes, confidence in such efforts grows. Next time, we'll be more confident and put in twice as much effort. Working with bad emotions would have a detrimental effect as well, and you wouldn't be able to completely trust those acts. Cycles of faith. There are two ways in which our faith grows. The cycles of positive and negative faith. It is important to comprehend the negative faith cycle. Two teams are competing in a football game. One is Team A, and the other is Team B. Team A's hometown is the city where the game was played, and as a result, most people were supporting Team A. At this point in the match, Team A is leading and Team B is trailing. Consider visualizing this situation. At the beginning of the game, both teams were confident they would win. However, the other team now believes we will lose today because one team has already advanced. They begin to believe that they will lose at this point, which marks the start of the negative faith cycle. The opposing team's drive gradually began to decline as the negative faith cycle began in their minds. The other team's performance declined even though they still had a chance to win, since their confidence in winning waned. They began to feel like losers after they conceded the game, and this led to subpar play, which ultimately cost them the match. Let's now learn about the positive faith cycle. Now consider Team A, which was winning consistently and gradually overtaking Team B. Their motivation rose more as a result, and they began to feel happier and more excited. Their performance began to improve as a result. Even though they too missed a lot of goals, they recovered and dominated the game because they thought they would win. They were inspired and acted on their positive emotions after scoring a goal in this manner, which boosted their confidence once more. They ended up winning the match as a result. Both teams believed they could win from the beginning. Later on, though, Team B lost in spite of this. Their faith changed from positive to negative, not because they lacked faith. Simultaneously, Team A won the game by holding fast to their optimistic belief. Our early experiences, what we see, hear, and feel, become the seeds of our beliefs. To the extent that our thoughts and feelings become our reality, we have a tendency to believe them. Whether a belief is good or negative, conscious or unconscious, we act on it based on every concept we agree with and feel comfortable with. Youngsters who witness their parents unselfishly, consciously or unconsciously, helping others grow up to be helpful people themselves. They act quickly to assist those in their immediate vicinity who require assistance. They saw their parents assisting others and heard their parents say, "You should be kind and helpful to people," since they were raised with the seed of that religion. As a result, they joyfully embrace their faith without questioning it as they get older. Children who witness their parents' financial hardships as they grow up are another example. Whether they are aware of it or not, their minds are flooded with bad thoughts about money because there is typically a lack of money and unfavorable talk about it in their home. For instance, life isn't easy, we don't have everything we need, and it's hard to live life with the things we want. For them, these things become the seeds of their faith. They will probably continue to live in poverty and suffer for the rest of their life unless they make an effort to alter their thoughts and sentiments. To escape their reality, they must abandon their faulty presumptions and trust in becoming wealthy. Rich parents instill in their children the idea that earning money is simple. You just need to identify and use the resources that are always there to help you reach your objective. Children that have this perspective are more likely to become affluent as a result of this idea. Therefore, the lesson is to recognize your beliefs about money, happiness, and success and plant seeds of positive thinking in order to achieve prosperity, happiness, and success. Even after planting the correct seeds of faith, some people believe they still need to achieve the intended outcomes. This is due to the fact that their religion needs to be more firmly held. To achieve the intended outcomes, you must have an unwavering and unconditional mindset about your task. Nobody should be able to deceive you because your faith should be so strong. For instance, to advance in your business career, rejection forces you to keep searching for the next job. Even after several denials, it would be beneficial if you return to work hard and confidently. Things will always come at once, so you have to put in a lot of effort over and over again. Whatever you do in the early going, you must be prepared to move on while learning from failure and rejection. Throughout the day, we have a lot of thoughts. You are aware by now that all ideas are seeds of belief. Do all of your thoughts, however, deserve to remain in your head? No. Only think on things that will help you maintain your good faith. Avoid wasting time on pointless concepts because they make it difficult to concentrate on the important tasks. Pay attention to the thoughts that cross your mind. To make the faith-related ideas come to pass, keep repeating them to yourself. Because the things we focus on always get better. For instance, you should view success as more than just a conventional concept if you wish to succeed in business. Rather, the concept should receive particular emphasis. To strengthen that concept, you must give it your whole attention and delve deeply into it. Our emotions are the second most significant factor. Humans have minds designed to focus primarily on things that make us feel good. Those are the initial thoughts that enter our psyche. In the real world, these concepts begin to take shape. Good feelings. Therefore, attach pleasant feelings to the seed of faith in order to strengthen it. Think on what you desire with a clear intention and feel good about it. Thus, if you consistently focus on your faith, it will naturally become a powerful idea and motivate you to act to bring that idea to life. For instance, when a child enjoys playing football but his parents want to play cricket and keep encouraging him to play the game, the child ignores their advice and continues to play football. The boy began playing with the other kids on the football field even after the parents escorted him to the cricket ground. This is because the child enjoys playing football, which encourages him to behave by playing football and bringing pleasant thoughts about the game into his mind. For this reason, he will only play football, regardless of how much his parents pressure him to play cricket. Similar things also occur in our everyday lives. When you think negatively about the things you want in life, they begin to fade because the negative perspective keeps them from happening. You won't be able to put in the required amount of effort since your mind won't want to, and failure will also be the outcome. In order to suppress that negative faith, reinforce the positive belief, and take the required action toward its objective, it is therefore imperative to believe in positive faith for the same thing. For instance, if you aspire to be wealthy but constantly worry about your financial situation, you will be unable to see possibilities to increase your income and will have to make do with less. Because of this, it is crucial that you adhere to and believe in the concepts associated with the outcomes you hope to achieve. You have discovered by now how planting the seeds of trust produces results. Additionally, it is easier to accomplish the goal when your faith is strong. Now consider this. Are you attempting to make a big shift in your life? Are you aiming for today's results to be magical or unachievable? Therefore, begin to trust what you receive today in order to make them true. It will soon blossom in your life if you plant it, tend to it, and strengthen it. Like the Apple company, which was established later for the world but was previously formed by Steve Jobs, everything that has been constructed is being built and will be produced in the world already exists in the brains of those who developed its visions. In a similar vein, Microsoft software was created in Bill Gates' thoughts before it was made public. Similar to these individuals, your imagination harbors countless potential. People's imaginations are the source of what you see with your own eyes today. Therefore, keep in mind that you have limitless possibilities in the unseen world whenever you run across negativity or limitation, rejection, or a difficult circumstance that requires more work than you are capable of. This fact will help you become more conscious and assist you in figuring out how to bring ideas to life. Everyone aspires to live an incredible life. He spends his entire day thinking about it. However, only a select few make it a reality. This is a result of their timely and appropriate beliefs. The author asks to create a faith-fair book in order to remember them because they frequently stray from the essential faith because of life's ups and downs. Write down your positive beliefs or thoughts in one location for this. You will have more faith in those things if you do this. You can do this by keeping a tiny journal in which you can put down your core values throughout the day and read it once a week. You will be able to think more clearly about your positive thoughts if you do this. It is vital to write down each person's ideals and purpose in the faith-fair book in order to provide clarity. When you create your faith-fair book, remember that it is the source of authentic faith. You write your beliefs with full confidence, which you want to make actual, so that you can sow the seeds of what you want. As a result, write the Faith Fair book objectively, without taking into account your ability to make faith tangible. Your life will alter miraculously when you compose Faith Fair book with neutral confidence. Put your long-term objectives in the Faith book and continue to review them from time to time. Set short-term objectives in accordance with the long-term plan. Throughout this road, you will encounter obstacles, but keep in mind that they will not alter your long-term objectives and convictions. In conclusion, to help you remember what you have learned so far from this book, friends, repeat what you have learned once. Humans already possess faith, we only need to awaken it. In today's culture, some of the people in your immediate vicinity will achieve great success, while others will fail. Are you aware of why? Because successful people have always had faith in themselves and their hard work. What you have been told, heard, or accepted anywhere is what you consider to be your faith or belief. Our beliefs evolve throughout time as we gain additional knowledge. If you never fled from reality, that would be beneficial. At the very least, you ought to be aware of the truth. To form one's own opinions. People you aspire to be like are people you see, read about, or hear about. It gets easier to swap out your limiting beliefs for constructive ones once you've recognized them all. Feelings are just as important as beliefs. Just as the emotions are, so are the behaviors. The outcomes are just as important as the deeds. And the faith grows along with our results. Our early experiences, what we see, hear, and feel, become the seeds of our beliefs. To the extent that our thoughts and feelings become our reality, we have a tendency to believe them. Pay attention to the thoughts that cross your mind. To make the faith-related ideas come to pass, keep repeating them to yourself. Because the things we focus on always get better. Humans have minds designed to focus primarily on things that make us feel good. Those are the initial thoughts that enter our psyche. In the real world, these concepts begin to take shape. In the thoughts of those who envisioned it with faith, all that has been, now, and will be constructed in the world already exists. When you create your Faith Fair book, remember that it is the source of authentic faith. You write your beliefs with full confidence, which you want to make actual, so that you can sow the seeds of what you want. The Tejian Foundation of Surshri. Give us more information about Surshri's Tejian Foundation today. The way you think determines how happy you feel. Consider this. You will experience happiness in your life if your thoughts are joyful. The purpose of the Tejian Foundation is to transform such positive concepts in human society. The Tejian Foundation is a trust for charity. Surshri founded this organization in 1998. Understanding is the fundamental component of the Tejian Foundation. Everything is whole and a game of beliefs. Understanding is the only way to dispel all false beliefs and beliefs that lead to misery. Based on Surshri's teachings, this organization also plans a number of projects aimed at promoting world peace. Over 1 lakh persons have used the Mahasmanipuram Gyan camp thus far. This camp is held in Manan Ashram, which is tucked away in the middle of the breathtaking beauty of the mountains and wildlife on the outskirts of Pune city. Its goal is for every human being in the world, knowing the answer to the question, who am I, may become established in supreme bliss. Only by taking part in Mahasmanipuram Gyan camp can you experience Tejgan. I hope you like my synopsis, friends. Thank you. By following all the advice in this book, I hope you will be able to live a better life. You can read the book in detail by placing an order. Book Review: Awaken the Power of Faith. The transforming masterpiece, Awaken the Power of Faith, inspires and enlightens its readers. This book explores the deep world of faith and spirituality, going beyond the bounds of traditional writing. The author takes readers on a spiritual journey that examines the full possibilities of faith through her eloquent and profoundly touching writing. The book offers a path for readers to access the boundless potential of their faith through a blend of personal tales, perceptive lessons, and useful activities. The book's capacity to establish a personal connection with readers is one of its most notable aspects. It encourages readers to investigate their own faith and spirituality in a way that seems genuine and significant rather than preaching or imposing ideas. Every page demonstrates the author's empathy, which makes it simple to identify with the situations they describe. All things considered, Awaken the Power of Faith is a profound and transformative book that has the capacity to awaken our faith. Anyone looking for spiritual development, personal transformation, and a stronger bond with the strength of faith should read it. And there you have it, a whirlwind tour through the pages of Awaken the Power of Faith. I hope this summary has piqued your interest and inspired you to pick up this book. Whether you're a seasoned reader or a budding bookworm, there's something for everyone in this captivating story. As always, I'd love to hear your thoughts on the book and this video. Did I miss anything important? What did you think of the ending? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel for more bookish treasures. And if you're feeling extra generous, consider sharing this video with your friends and family. Until next time, happy reading!